Kadambini was born on 18th July 1861 at Bhagalpur, Bihar. Her father was the headmaster of a school, a reformist and an active member of the Brahmo Samaj. So he ensured that Kadambini got a good school education. Now at the next stage, Kadambini wanted to study in a college, and Calcutta University wouldn't allow her to sit for the entrance exam. With the help of her mentor, Mr. Dwarkanath Ganguly, she fought with the university to allow her to write the entrance exam. Then she cleared it successfully in 1878. And in the year 1882, she became one of the first female graduates in the country, along with Chandramukhi Bose. The following year, when she was just 21, Kadambini married her mentor, Mr. Dwarkanath Ganguly, who was a widower with 3 children, and he was elder to her by 17 years. So naturally, the society was against it, but they didn't bother about it. She wanted to become a doctor now. Her husband supported her, but the Calcutta Medical University had never admitted any female till then. Again, they had to fight with the university to allow her to enroll. And finally they succeeded, and so she began her medical studies at the Calcutta Medical University in 1884. And in 1886, she cleared the exam, but the Orthodox Society was against her, and so many professors were against her. One professor went to the extent of failing her in one of the subjects in the final exam. So except for that subject, she cleared everything. So instead of getting the degree of MB, that is Bachelor of Medicine, she was awarded GMCB, that is the Graduate of Medical College of Bengal. This was in 1886. Florence Nightingale was quite impressed with her achievements, and she wrote a recommendation letter for Kadambini, and she praised her a lot. It seems that while she was studying for medicine, Kadambini actually delivered her first child. Still, she did not miss even one lecture. Remarkable, isn't it? Then she started practicing as a doctor at the Lady Dufferin Hospital in Calcutta. But the other doctors did not show her respect because of her degree, naturally. Now, after a few years, she couldn't take it anymore, and so Kadambini travelled to the UK and qualified as LRCP Edinburgh, LRCS Glasgow and GFPS Dublin in 1893. And with this triple diploma, when she returned to India, she was given enough respect, and she was promoted as a senior doctor at the same hospital. Well, side by side, she established her own private practice as well, which was doing very well. She was a very dedicated doctor, to the extent that she would actually go to the patients' houses if they could not come to the hospital, even at night. On the home front, she raised 8 children, 5 of her own and 3 stepchildren. She was good at needlework and skilled at lace making. Kadambini combined her work as a doctor with social philanthropy and political activities. She raised her voice for the rights of the women coal miners in Bihar and the tea estate laborers in Assam. She was one of the first female attendees at the Indian National Congress in Calcutta. That was in 1889. When the partition of Bengal happened in 1906, she organized the Women's Conference to talk about it. And then in 1908, she presided over a meeting where she expressed her sympathy for the Indian laborers who were practicing satyagraha in Transvaal, South Africa. She organized certain associations to raise money with the help of fundraisers to assist the workers. And then in 1914, when Mohandas Gandhi visited Calcutta, she presided over a meeting of the Sadharan Brahma Samaj to honor him. So for 37 years, Dr. Kadambini Ganguly served the society, practicing as a doctor. And on 3rd October 1923, she performed a very complicated surgery successfully. And when she returned home, she had high blood pressure and suddenly passed away. Well, this woman was quite remarkable. At the age of 62, she left this world. A biography has been made on her life as a TV serial now. Well, all of us should give a grand salute to this remarkable woman.